Today, I have something very important that I want to discuss with all of you. It's something that will change your very lives. I have discovered two almost practically surefire methods of discovering who the heroine of a romance novel, not manga, novel, will fall in love with. Now, the first one, and probably the most significant discovery, is about 95% accurate, but can apply to all genres of romance novels, and that is the importance of the broad-muscled chest. Now, I discovered this first method when I was reading The Summoning by Kelly Armstrong, which, by the way, oh my god, Bookworm, you recommended this to me. It was so good. I'm like dying for the next one. I'm like, oh my god, no, you can't end it that way. It burns. So yeah, totally getting volume 2. Hello, y'all. When I was reading this, I was immediately enthralled with the main male character in this, or who I assumed right away was the main male character in this, because he was so much better than any main male character I've ever read of in any romance novel. Do you want to know why? Because Derek is in his sophomore year of high school, and he actually looks like someone that is in their sophomore year of high school. He's awkwardly tall, doesn't really know what to do with his body yet. He's covered all over in pimples. He's greasy, he is BO, he has to shower twice a day, he can't talk to people very well, and I loved him from the start. But because he is so unique, so out of place in a romance story, I was kind of iffy. I didn't know if I'd get my way, even though I want Derek and Chloe to go make out in a corner right now, and in fact I had quite a few moments where I was like, if Derek and Chloe are making out in a corner, in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to continue reading the rest of the series. Wait, what? What? Marketing ploys. But I became convinced, absolutely positively convinced, that they were meant to be when she saw him with his shirt off, because while his chest may have been riddled with pimples, it was also described as broad and muscular. You don't take the time to describe a guy's chest as broad and muscular unless they're gonna make out with the main character in a corner at some point. Okay, not necessarily a corner. They could have a roll through the grass or something like that. I don't care. It's just like making outness. I mean, there's lots of other signs, of course. Lots of other things to point to it. But at that moment, I realized that this is something that happens so much in romance novels lately. Jace, broad-muscled chest. Lord Macon, broad-muscled chest. Every single male character from the Brides of the West series, shut up, I read it in middle school, and everyone has guilty pleasures, had broad-muscled chests. And again, they're all cowboys, so there was that in there, but whatever, we're gonna ignore that. The point is, broad-muscled chest, extremely important. In fact, I can't help but wonder, Colonel Brandon, Mr. Darcy, both Ernest in the city and Ernest in the country, did they all have broad-muscled chests? I can't speak for Jane Austen, but I mean, Oscar Wilde was like super gay. I'm sure they had broad muscle chests. I mean, come on, Oscar wouldn't let us down. If at any point in a romance novel you read of someone having a broad muscled chest and who is at the same time, for some reason, interested in the main character, yeah, it's basically a sign on the wall. Yes, they will get together. Now, I say this is 95% accurate because it only applies to romance novels where a girl is the main character, of course. And there are always those writers who are like, I am so creative and original, I shall not use these cliches. But, for the most part, that's what happens. And this is mind-boggling to me, because where are they finding all these men with these broad-muscled chests? Because I can tell you, I have been to my local pool. I mean, it's been like a really long time, but I have been to a local pool, and it was like fat, scrawny, small child. That was what the chest looked like there. All of them, unless it was like a female chest, in which case it was like more voluptuous than Sarah. And I have become absolutely convinced that should I ever meet someone who is inexplicably interested in me, I'm going to have to ask them to take their shirt off. If they have a broad-muscled chest, then yes, I am in a romance novel. It's true. I've always suspected this, but at that point, it will be confirmed. Can you imagine that? being like, Sarah, I really like you, and I was just wondering if you'd go out with me. Take off your shirt. Excuse me, what? Take off your shirt now. Okay. That would actually be great. Someone needs to film that. Like, just stage it for me, please. It would be amazing. But yeah, if they're scrawny, send them away. If they're not broad and muscle, get out of my face. No, it's not even like a personal interest thing. It's just something that I've noticed. Like, my mom was like, I see you like broad muscle chest. I'm like, no, it just shows up everywhere. It's like the ideal description. Now, I told you I had 2 ways. The second way only applies to young adult romance novels, but it's extremely accurate. I would say 100%. The question you have to ask yourself is, can this character you want to get together with the main character have his feelings for himself and his feelings for the main character all described nicely by the song Creep by Radiohead? Can they? Can they? Then by God, they're going to be making out in the corner like in 5 seconds. Like, look now, my friend, look now. Emotional trauma? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. They're gonna be making out in the corner. Unless it's like a chaste romance novel. What's the point? I wish I was special. You're so Sarah doesn't curse special, but I'm a creep. I was so happy when I met Derek. He has pimples. He doesn't smell good. I'm in love. Seriously, he's fabulous. Derek, love you forever.